Hello, good morning, everyone. I am Parveen, editor in chief of the news portal, The Open View. Today, I am here before you to present once again the most important topic on the personality which everyone knows, Mahatma Gandhi, who was also known as the father of our nation. We all today, excuse me, we all today celebrating the birth anniversary, which is also known as the Gandhi Jyanti, and which is celebrated every year on October 2. 2 अक्टूबर को हम ये महात्मा गांधी जी का जन्मदिन जो है वो मनाते हैं. Before I say something further on this, I would like to highlight the early life of Mahatma Gandhi ji. We all know and we have read in our history books also that Mahatma Gandhi was born on the day of October 2, 1869 at Porbandar. He was married to Kasturba Gandhi. She was his spouse. Gandhi ji was educated to the level of a lawyer. He was barrister, legal luminary. During his lifetime, he went to South Africa also. He was having, as perhaps we know, or it is not known to most of the people, that Mahatma Gandhi ji was having four sons, basically five sons, but one was expired, passed away. He was having four sons: Harilal, Manilal, Ramdas, and Devdas. These were his sons. Now, all the four sons are now dead, having passed away, but the generations are continued. Then, as I have said earlier, that he was born on 1869 and he died in 1948, January 1948. Basically, when he was sitting in a prayer meet, one Hindu fanatic whose name was Nathuram Godse, he assassinated him. He was assassinated. Mahatma Gandhi ji was assassinated by one Hindu fanatic, Nathuram Godse. And Mahatma Gandhi ji's last words were, Hey Ram. Then we all know that the place of cremation of Gandhiji was Rajghat, which is situated at New Delhi, the capital city of India. When we, one more important aspect I would like to highlight that October 2, 2007, the UN General Assembly declared the day of October 2 as the International Non-Violence Day. So from here, you can assess, imagine the depth of Mahatma Gandhiji's personality. That how much he had influenced the world because of his ways of life. Like he propounded the doctrine of nonviolence. His non-cooperation movement, his satyagraha, he relentlessly struggled for the independence of India through these doctrines. He never encouraged violence in his lifetime. And he wanted to see India to be non-violent. Because when we celebrate his birthday, Gandhi Jyanti, we pay respect to the valuable philosophies which he propounded, the path which he showed not to the people of India only, but to the whole world. He was of the firm view that non-violence, through non-violence, none can achieve anything. It is destructive of the human beings, mankind. And today we see the results all over the world that we have resorted to violence throughout the world. And what we are achieving? Nothing. Therefore, the doctrine, the philosophy of non-violence of Mahatma Gandhi ji is very much relevant today. If this world, including India, follow the path which this great soul has shown to the world, the mankind will prosper, it will flourish, it will progress. Because repressive, oppressive ways are not the ways to progress. These lead rather to the destruction of the mankind. And it is happening today because we have forgotten these philosophies. We have set aside these philosophies today. Consequently, violence has led us nowhere. No country, no nation is contented today by resorting to the violent modes to achieve their political ends. Therefore, therefore, it is important for the uh, mankind, the people, the power lords, to follow the path which this great soul Mahatma Gandhi has shown to the world. If they really want, if they really are interested in the mankind, that it should survive, they have to follow the modes, the methods, the ways of life Gandhiji has shown. So the respect, the mark of respect to this great soul we ever had on this globe is to follow his principles which he laid for the mankind. Only then we will pay a great respect to this personality. He was father of the nation, and this title was given to him by Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose because because of his relentless struggle for the independence of India. So it is for the people, for the masses to see what can be the real tribute to this man. We cannot bring peace to our people by using the methods of violence. As I have said, violence means it always lead to destruction. But the power lords, the people, they have failed to understand this. He is the person, Mahatma Gandhi, who drove away the Britishers from India by non-violent movements, by non-cooperation movement, by satyagraha. All these movements were non-violent movements. So a country today who desperately needs peace has to turn back to the philosophies of Mahatma Gandhi. We have been detracked. We are not following the principles of Mahatma Gandhi. This is why today we are perturbed, we are disturbed. Our people are in disarray. They don't know where to go, what to do. The reason is very simple, that we have forgotten the modes of life which Mahatma Gandhi ji has propounded, the doctrine of non-violence. We have to come back and has to follow what Mahatma Gandhi has said. We have to follow his principles. Only then we will be in a position to achieve something. Otherwise, we cannot. And this philosophy holds good for the whole world. not for one country, but for the whole world. Now, I will tell you one very important aspect of Mahatma Gandhiji's. We about the Rowlatt Act, and you can compare it with today's world. When Rowlatt Act, basically it was known as anarchical, anarchical and Revolutionary Crimes Act of 1990. Its name basically is Anarchical and Revolutionary Crimes Act 1919, and popularly known as Rowlatt Act of 1919. Sidney Rowlatt was the president of the Rowlatt Committee. This committee was set up to evaluate the sedition. He was president of the sedition committee, and the Rowlatt committee, which evaluated about the political terrorism in British India when British government was here. Its job was to evaluate the because there was nationalist upsurge. Therefore, this committee was set up to find ways to curb it, and its head was Rowlatt, Sidney Rowlatt. He gave this Rowlatt Act and Sydney sedition laws. These were very, these laws were contained with very repressive measures. It gave police powers to arrest anybody, anyone, which they like, and put him behind the bars. No trial. And this incarceration was without any trial, without any judicial review by higher courts. This was so cruel law, gruesome law, that it could arrest anybody and can put to indefinite detention behind the bars without any trial, without any bail. This was such a gruesome, cruel law. And the purpose of this was enacted by the Imperial Legislative Council at Delhi. So, against this repressive law, Mahatma Gandhi ji raised his voice and he called the people to perform satyagraha against this law. Now, why I'm telling you this? I'm telling you this because such repressive laws, which is the which emanated during the British rule, and which some of it are still in fashion today in our country, has no place, because father of the nation Mahatma Gandhi, who always encouraged non-violence, has no place in India. I have discussed tradition in one of my video. You can go to the YouTube channel of the Open View and you can listen to that. Such repressive laws against whom our father of the nation Mahatma Gandhi fought. Then how can we retain such laws? The basic object, what was the underlying principle to enact such laws, to legislate such laws? The British purpose was that nobody could raise voice against their government. They controlled the press also. Press Act was there. They controlled it. They dance it to their tunes. So the such repressive laws against whom Mahatma Gandhi ji raised his voice, performed satyagraha, and many people, masses followed. Then such laws, they cannot have place in Mahatma's country, because the sole purpose of those laws was to gag the voices who go against the governments. In the name of political terrorism or terrorism. Because government could clothe anybody a terrorist. It happened during the British time, and it may happen today also. I am just telling you, projecting the impact of such cruel laws. It can lead to indefinite detentions. These are unconstitutional laws. we say that these are these laws, such laws are used under extraordinary special circumstances. What are those special extraordinary circumstances? We cannot use such laws on everyone, on every citizen who raises his voice. So this Rowlatt Act, it gave so much power to the government that if the government suspect even that someone is involved in terrorism, a mere suspicion can lead him to the detention, incarceration, without any trial, without any bail, and later when found that he was not a terrorist, he committed nothing, no offense was committed by him, except this that he raised his voice against the government, then who will compensate his lost days? This was the this was the thinking of these genius people. Mahatma Gandhi, they judged it and they opposed it, and ultimately, because of this relentless opposition, satyagrahas against this oppressive, repressive law, Rowlatt Act, it was repealed by the then British colonial government in 1948. I'm sorry, it was not repealed in 1948, but it was repealed in 1922. Rowlatt Act, Anarchical and Revolutionary Crimes Act 1919, was repealed in, which is known as Rowlatt Act, was repealed in 1922 by the British colonial government in India. So, my purpose was that when we celebrate Gandhi Jyanti, we should focus on the principles of Mahatma Gandhi ji. And not only focus, but we should teach the masses, the governments, to follow the principles of Mahatma Gandhi ji, so that some better life could be given to the masses. only then this will be a true tribute to this great soul, the Mahatma. Because he is watching that we are going contrary, we are retrogressing, we are not progressing, because violence will never allow you to progress. Though today it has become a violent violent mode has become a weapon today to suppress others. It has become a method, modus operandi to suppress others, and on their suppression to gain. This is this is in inequity, injustice to the masses. We have to assess it. We have to check it. We cannot remain silent. Therefore, by concluding this and leaving it to you to wound over it, to think over it, and formulate your opinion that how far the principles propounded by Mahatma Gandhi are relevant for you. And if you come to the conclusion that these principles are relevant, then you need to follow these principles. Do read the philosophies of the life of Mahatma Gandhi, his philosophies, and inculcate the sense of reading in your about Mahatma Gandhi in your children also. Today, our generations, if they are not taught the principles of our forefathers, then I'm sure that they will not become responsible citizens of the country. If you think that mere getting degrees uh, or getting jobs, higher or lower, they will become responsible, no. They have to follow the principles laid down in Constitution, the principles which our forefather, father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi has laid for the mankind. And at this point, I end my this episode on Mahatma Gandhi birthday, and I pay my tribute to Mahatma Ji, and pray that sense be given to everyone to follow the non-violence doctrine of Mahatma Gandhi ji. With this, I will end this. Thank you very much. Have a good day.